Today we will discuss lecture number 6 of chapter number 5, Asexual and Sexual Reproduction in Animals Reproductive System of Rabbit. The key concept that we will discuss in this lecture, Asexual and Sexual Reproduction in Animals and Reproductive System of Rabbit. Types of asexual reproduction in animals. But before discussing the types, first we will define the asexual reproduction. A type of reproduction in which the offspring are produced only from single parent called asexual reproduction. So in asexual reproduction, the single parent produce offspring. Following are the most important type of asexual reproduction in animals. So the first type of reproduction is budding. In each hydra, there is maybe one or more buds or outgrowth. These outgrowth or projections are called buds. In hydra, the new individual develops as an outgrowth from a single parent. This process is called budding. After the detachment of a bud from the parent body, the bud converts into adult hydra. The diagram explains the process of budding. In stage 1, the outgrowth bud develop. Then finally, the bud slowly mature in the second stage. In the third stage, the bud further grow in size. In fourth stage, the bud mature fully, develop tentacles, and then detach. Finally, from the parent body, this is the parent hydra, and this is the daughter hydra. This is budding in a hydra. The second type of reproduction is a fragmentation. We will define first the fragmentation. In this type of reproduction, an organism divides into many fragments, and each piece, fragment means piece, and each piece of an organism change into complete organism. For example, planaria, if break into two or more pieces, each piece has ability to develop into a complete planaria or complete planarial organism. Diagram show fragmentation in Hydra. This is the parent planaria, and the parent planaria break down into pieces. This is piece number 1 and 2. These are the pieces. This is the head, and the parent planaria divide or break down into 3 fragments or pieces. This is fragment number 1, fragment number 2, and fragment number 3. Then each fragment converted or developed into an adult planaria. So these are the 3 pieces, and these are the 3 adult planaria. Each piece convert or develop into adult planaria. Parthenogenesis, the third type of asexual reproduction. Parthenogenesis is a special type of asexual reproduction in some animals. Parthenogenesis is defined as the development of unfertilized egg cell into a new organism. So in parthenogenesis, female animals make gametes egg cell, but there is no fertilization fusion gametes. The unfertilized eggs develop into a new animals. For example, in honeybee, the fertilized egg developed into female, but unfertilized egg develop into males. So in parthenogenesis, there is no normal fertilization. The sperm do not fuse with the female egg, and the egg directly develop into an adult organism. So if fertilization do not take place, so the egg develop directly into an adult organism. Such type of asexual reproduction is called parthenogenesis. If normal fertilization take place, for example, if the egg fuse with the sperm, so it is the asexual reproduction. But if the egg remain unfertilized and directly develop into an adult organism, such type of asexual reproduction is called parthenogenesis, and it take place in honeybees. In honeybees, the fertilized egg develop into fertile female, but the unfertilized egg develop into male. Now, sexual reproduction in animals. Sexual reproduction is the method of producing new generation in most animals. The male and female animals make gamete in their gonads. Gonads means sex organs that produce sperm and egg. In male, the Tested gonads produce sperm, and in female, the ovary gonad produce egg. This process is called gametogenesis. The development of or the production of gametes is called gametogenesis. The male gamete join with the female gamete to form zygote, which develop into a new individual. Formation of gametes or gametogenesis. In animals, sex cells or gametes are produced in special organs called gonads, testes in males and ovary in female. The formation of gametes involves meiosis. Meiosis results in a reduction of number of chromosomes in gametes to haploid number as compared to the haploid number in other body cell. So in body cell, the complete set or double number of chromosomes or diploid number of chromosome, while the half set of diploid number is called haploid and represented by the n, while diploid represented by the 2n. The formation of male gamete or sperm is called spermatogenesis, while the formation of female gamete or ovum is called oogenesis. Ovum means egg, so formation of egg from the ovary is called oogenesis. First, we will discuss spermatogenesis, that how spermatogenesis take place. In the testis, there are many diploid gamete mother cell called primary spermatocytes. Each primary spermatocyte divided by meiosis and make 4 haploid cells called spermatids. Each spermatid develop into motile sperm. This diagram represents spermatogenesis, spermatogonium. This is represented by the 2n diploid cell. The diploid cell prepare for the cell division. So the cell that mature for the spermatogonium that mature for the meiosis, this is called primary spermatocytes. So meiosis 1 take place. Here the number of chromosome will be double diploid number, diploid condition. So the meiosis 1 take place. So after taking place of meiosis 1, the primary spermatocyte divide into 2 daughter cell. So the number of chromosomes reduced to half here in this case. Then meiosis 2 take place and each secondary spermatocyte again divide, and each secondary spermatocyte further divide into 2 daughter cells. So 2 secondary spermatocyte divide and produce 4 spermatids. These are the haploid number of cell. So morphogenesis take place in each spermatid is non-motile, but flagella and development take place. This is called morphogenesis. So the spermatid convert into motile sperm. These are the haploid sperms, and this is a spermatogenesis. Oogenesis, in the follicle of the ovary, there are diploid gamete mother cell called primary oocyte. These divide by meiosis. As a result of the first meiotic division, the 2 haploid cells are produced. The large cell is called the secondary oocyte, while the small cell is called the first polar body. In meiosis 2, the secondary oocyte produces 2 haploid cells. For example, secondary polar body and egg. The diagram show oogenesis. This is the mature diploid cell in the ovary called oogonium. The oogonium mature for reproduction. So this is converted into primary oocyte. The primary oocyte prepare for the meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 take place. The diploid cell divide into 2 cell. First cell is called first polar body, the small cell is called first polar body, and these are the haploid number, and this is a secondary oocyte. Again, meiosis 2 take place. Meiosis 2 take place, and the secondary oocyte produce further 2 cells. The large cell is called otid, and the small cell is called the second polar body. And the first polar body again divided by meiosis 2 and produce further 2 haploid polar bodies. So total 3 polar bodies are produced. These 3 polar bodies are degenerate or finish, while the otid the process of differentiation occur. The process of differentiation is the process in which the otid convert or develop into mature ovum. This is called differentiation. In case of sperm or spermatid convert into a functional sperm, so this is a differentiation in spermatogenesis. So the otid after the process of differentiation convert into mature ovum in the end. This is the mature egg prepare for fertilization. Now we will discuss fertilization. In sexual reproduction, male and female gamete fuse to form zygote through a process known as fertilization. Zygote is the first cell of new offspring which divide mitotically and develop into embryo. Embryo by further development change into new individual. Fertilization is of two types. First, external fertilization. In external fertilization, egg cells are fertilized outside of the body. External fertilization occurs mostly in aquatic environment. So in external fertilization, the sperm released in the water by the male and egg released by the female, and fertilization takes place outside the animal body. It required both the male and female animals to release their gametes into surrounding almost the same time for external fertilization. The animal have released great number of gametes. In external fertilization, there is a risk of loss of gametes. So due to environmental hazards such as predators, external fertilization occur in many invertebrates, and the first two group of vertebrates, fishes and amphibians. So external fertilization take place in all invertebrates, animals and invertebrates, for example, fishes and amphibians fertilized by external fertilization. Internal fertilization. In this type of fertilization, male and female gamete fuse inside the body of female parent. Sperm are released by the male into reproductive tract of the female, which float towards the egg and fuse to form zygote. So in internal fertilization, the male sex organ release sperm into the reproductive tract of female, and fertilization takes place within the female body. For example, reptiles, for example, snakes, birds, animals, and human beings reproduce through this way. Male reproductive system of rabbit. The male reproductive system of rabbit consists of a pair of testes and they produce sperm. So the associated duct that transports sperm to external genitalia and glands that aid secretion to sperm. The male reproductive system consists of these main parts. The first part is scrotum. Testes are located in a bag of skin called the scrotum that hangs below the body. So scrotum is the pouch for hanging the testes. Each testis consists of mass of coil, that's seminiferous tubules. In these tubules, the sperms are formed. Epididymis. When the sperm are mature, they are accumulated in the collecting duct of the testes, and these tubules pass to the epididymis. Vas deferens. From the epididymis, sperm move to sperm duct called vas deferens. Both the sperm duct joins urethra join below the urinary bladder. The urethra transport both sperm and urine. Semen. Semen is the material containing sperm in a fluid. It consists of 10% of sperm and 90% of fluid. As the sperm pass down the duct from the testes to urethra, the associated glands aid various secretions. So associative glands are the copper glands. These are the associative glands. Seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicle produce secretion that produce nutrients for the sperm. Prostate glands. Prostate gland produce a secretion that neutralize the acidity of the fluid. So the prostate gland release secretion, and this secretion neutralize or decrease the acidity of the sperm fluid. Copper glands. Copper glands produce a secretion that lubricate the duct. This is main reproductive system of rabbit. This is the testis. The testis contain seminiferous tubules, and the coil tubular portion, the seminiferous tubules coiled at the interior portion or the outside of the testis or upper portion of the testis. So this coiled portion of the seminiferous tubule is called epididymis, and this is the sac that encloses the testis called scrotal sac. And the sperm released through a long duct. This duct is called sperm duct or vas deferens. The vas deferens carries the sperm to uh, common collecting duct, and this is the common duct, and urinary bladders. It carry urine. Urinary bladder carry urine to this duct, and the vas deferens carry the sperm. Here, the prostate glands release their secretion to produce semen and other secretions, and the semen then further release through these duct, and this is the penis. The male sex organ is called penis, and this is the gland penis. Gland penis is the muscular part of the penis, the outer part of the penis, and this is basically the urethra or urethral canal. The urethral canal carry both the sperm and urine. So this is the diagram show male reproductive system of rabbit. Female reproductive system of rabbit. The female reproductive system of rabbit consists of ovaries and associative duct. Ovaries. Ovaries are small ovar organs situated in abdominal cavity just ventral to kidney. Like most animal, female rabbit have a pair of ovaries. The outer region of ovary produce egg cell. Second part, pollen tubes. From ovaries, egg cell are released in fallopian tubes. The opening of fallopian tubes lies close to ovary. Fertilization occurs in fallopian tubes, and fertilized egg zygote is carried to uterus, vagina or birth canal. The uterus of the rabbit is divided into two separate parts or home. The uterus then join and open into vagina or birth canal. Cervix. Cervix is the portion of uterus which separates it from birth canal where sperm of the male are deposited. The diagram shows the female reproductive system of rabbit. There is the oval structure called ovaries. There are two ovaries in the female rabbit, and duct, the long duct is connected with the ovary that carry egg, mature egg to uterus. So this is called the oviduct. The oviduct connect with the sac-like cavity. This sac-like cavity is called uterus or horn of uterus. Here, the egg is fertilized. The sperm carry through cervix and then reach finally to the oviduct. Fertilization takes place here, and the fertilized egg or zygote carry to the birth or home or uterus cavity. So pregnancy period complete here in the uterus cavity. After the completion of pregnancy period, the fetus pushed to the birth canal. This is the cervix. The cervix is the narrow portion that separate birth canal from the uterus. So this is the diagram that show reproductive system, female reproductive system of rabbit. So this is all about the asexual reproduction, fertilization, and reproductive system of rabbit. So if you have any question, comment me, I will give answer. Thank you. This is the female reproductive system. The oval structure are called ovaries, and long duct connected with each ovary that carry egg to uterus called oviduct. The sac-like structures called uterus. This is the home for the development of fertilized egg. The sperm move through cervix and reach finally to oviduct. Fertilization take place, and the fertilized egg or zygote carry to uterus for implantation and development. And finally, completion of a developmental period, the fetus then pushed to birth canal and released from the female or parent body. So the uterus then separated by the narrow tract. This narrow tract is called cervixes. The cervixes cervix separate the two uterus from the birth canal. So this is all about the type of asexual reproduction in animals and fertilization in animals and male and female reproductive system of rabbit. So if you have any question, can meet me, I will give answer. Thank you.